This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the Sweetest Pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's Gift to Wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. and you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's for Exposure, Love Wrestling's independent weekend podcast where we break down all the best happenings on the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta, I'm wrestling, and what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Kylie Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello there.
Hello!
It's the angel.
Is it me you're looking for?
No. I was going with, hello there, the angel of my nightmare.
Miss you. Where are you? And welcome to For Exposure, your weekend independent wrestling podcast here on Love Wrestling. No?
That was a banger.
Is that the new intro?
That is the new intro.
All right.
Yeah.
Zach, cue it up, baby.
Yeah. I mean, it might be time. Like you've entered your Weird Al era, and I'm here for it.
I have always been in my Weird Al era. That has always kind of been something I don't publicly say it often, but I always am like remaking songs. That's kind of my thing.
Look,
all the time.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the Weird Al era because you know what? Weird Al had some hits. He had some bangers.
There's this guy at work that, he just walks by and I always like his name is easily inserted into songs. I won't put him on blast on the publics, but I always rewrite his songs with his name in it. And he's just like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I'm just trying to
like, shut the fuck up.
He's like, shut up, dude. And I'm like, I can't help myself. I got a problem. But I'm glad to be back, buddy. I missed you. How are you?
I'm good. We were here last week previewing, LPW.
Yeah, we were.
It was a fun show. I saw a little bit of it.
I'm upset.
Why are you upset?
Because now that bum with the white shirt has a title, he doesn't shut up on Twitter. He spent like an entire day just harassing me.
Really?
Like it was like an all caps harassment.
Oh, I do not follow him on Twitter, so.
Oh, don't. It sucks.
Oh. One half of the Nasty Boys.
Oh yeah, but yes, they are our new LPW tag team champions. Mrs. Pluggo, hi! Can't wait to see you after the show. We have dinner plans.
Oh, are you guys going to Olive Garden?
No, we're going to her bestie's house, and she's making dinner because I guess there's some friends of hers in town that she hasn't seen in a while. So
and are you guys going to Olive Garden?
No, but they're making dinner. Why would we go to Olive Garden after we made dinner? Like, that's dope. So she brought a pasta salad, and I'm just going to bring myself after we get done with this wonderful podcast that we do.
All right.
I'm excited to eat. I haven't had a actual factual meal in almost 2 days. So yeah, because yesterday I did the Squared Circle Expo run. The Friday day. I'm not there today as much as I would love to be. Next year, I will plan to make it a 2-day event. I was testing the waters, and I am telling you, I'm tired. So I didn't really get a lunch at work because I did a half day, and then I just drove straight up there. Did not stop for food, which is unusual. Got there, I walked almost 7 miles yesterday at this thing. I sucked my step counter. Did not eat at the event. And just had gas station food and went home. And I was like, did I eat today? And then I slept pretty much all morning and had a bowl of cereal when I got up.
Hell yeah, raw dog some cereal.
No, I put milk on it, brother. I'm not a weirdo,
brother.
I'm not a weirdo, dude.
That's fine. I don't mind. I do not mind being a weirdo. That's what makes us special. What's up, Bryce?
Bryce in the house, my guys.
I'm going to see Bryce in a couple days. So
yeah, where at?
The WPW presents Fight at the Museum.
Yeah, that's that big show.
Mercedes Monet versus Jody Threat 2.
Yeah, come on, Jody, get it done, Jody. Not that we don't like Mercedes Monet around these parts, but we're big Jody Threat fans.
So very excited for that.
Mercedes Monet doesn't have Jody Threats; she has Jody Promises.
Ooh.
Remember that gimmick we used to run?
Yes, I do. And I just want to show you this.
Okay, you show me whatever you got to show me. What's raw dog with a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios?
Exactly.
There are plenty of things in this world, in that realm. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole that you think I'm going to go down with raw dogging. But there are plenty of snacks that are perfectly fine to raw dog. But cereal was designed to put into milk and eat like this, and not let me grab a handful of the driest cardboard cereal and cram it in my mouth and tear up the roof of my mouth.
Just telling people how they should eat cereal, eh? What sort of dictatorship are we running here?
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not. Different strokes for different folks. I am not sitting here and saying that you're like the worst person in the world. But I just don't.
You did say I was weird.
You are weird, but that's out of love and admiration. You're, Are we gonna? Are we gonna? What?
Just saying.
We'll put it to the Twitter sphere right now. We'll put it to the socials.
Oh, I will get decimated.
We'll put it to this. So don't start. Is it? Do you? No, not is it? Because do you raw dog cereal or only eat cereal with milk?
No.
We'll
do you ever raw dog cereal, or is it always with milk?
It's always with milk.
Not always. Yeah. Do you exclusively toast Pop-Tarts? Bryce wants to know.
No.
Why not?
Sometimes I don't have a toaster, but that's different. There's
Sometimes
like
I don't have milk.
There's like a gooey center to the Pop-Tart.
Oh.
There's not a gooey center to your shredded wheat, you weirdo.
I don't eat shredded wheat.
I don't know that. Frosted mini wheats. You never had a bowl of frosted mini wheats? Could you imagine raw dog and that?
You can hear all about the gooey centers and more as we stream live on the hub.
On the hub. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Pluggo's mom.
What are you doing on the hub, Mama Pluggo?
Yikes.
Busted. She's gonna hate that. She's gonna hate that when she sees this. She'd be like, "Did you just tell the internet that I be on the hub? What is the hub?" And I'm like, oh, you know what it is.
I appreciate that Bryce has my back on this.
That is not the same thing.
I think it is.
No, it is not. Pop-Tarts and cereal are two different things.
We're not talking about like pasta here, where you
first of all, and I will argue that if you over toast a Pop-Tart, it's worse. So like you got to hit a perfect sweet spot. I actually will argue that if you toast it and you go a little too high on it, it's bad. So you're better off just raw dogging a Pop-Tart.
Man,
it's not the same thing. 100%. Honey Nut Cheerios are not frosted with a gooey center. They're just cardboard circles with some honey sprayed on top.
You're just picking and choosing your arguments here.
I'm not. That's two different things. Hey, let's put it to the fans. Is Pop-Tarts and cereal the same thing?
Well, obviously they are two different things, but you are picking and choosing your argument here of what can work and what cannot. So
listen, I'm not saying you can't raw dog cereal. I just don't agree with it. I'm pro.
Oh, you think that people who raw dog cereal are weird?
I think you're weird. And this will be the last episode of For Exposure as Blair quits today.
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta do this to me?
What?
Me? Why you gotta make this? Why you gotta make this weird?
We at least have evidence here that you've called me weird twice. So,
well, this particular instance, I said you're making it weird, but I did say you're weirdo for raw dog and cereal. 100%.
See, there you go. Just keep calling me weird. I see how it is.
I'm sure there's things that I do that are weird. We just haven't uncorked those
I think
yet.
you are just a fantastic person. I don't think that there are any weird qualities about you. I just think you're an absolute gem. Like you're just a beauty, just a stand-up, top-notch guy. Like just the absolute best.
I'm gonna clip that completely out of context.
Of course you are.
Just play that. I'd be like, "Oh, you don't like me? This guy does." Anytime I get a troll on the internet, this guy likes me.
How was the rest of the LPW show?
It was good. We got a new LPW Grand Champion, T.Y. Jackson. That main event was absolutely bonkers. I think everybody on the roster had a hand in it. So that was crazy good. Like I said, this damn mad lad Zoe, obviously she's still champion. MRB still champion. It was a good show, but there's a lot of unrest there. Stephen Crow absolutely beat the ever living piss out of MRB. I will say that was interesting. It got to a point. So like
I saw that they brawled out there when Spencer was doing his town hall at the end.
Yeah, so Spencer's doing his town hall. By the way, Spencer, fresh cut, dapper shirt, looking good. He showed out at the LPW 46. So he does his thing, and they're literally about to go off the air. Like it's ending. He said goodbye, and then Stephen Crow just proceeded to absolutely try to murder MRB, and so I'm interested to see where that ends up.
Stephen Crow was like, "Yeehaw, we're gonna end this with a bang."
I mean, tons and tons of chair shots. I have no idea what I just saw there, but
damn, bro,
it was a good show overall, and we're on our way to LPW 47. That's happening Friday, April 24th, 2 days before my birthday.
Yes, because your birthday is the 26th.
It is. You didn't know that.
What's that?
You didn't know that.
I did know that. It's actually in my calendar.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Pics or it didn't happen.
I will show you.
But yeah, so hopefully for my birthday. Hopefully for my birthday they will.
So I just want so everyone knows. I have PLUGGO's birthday in my phone. PLUGGO, do you have my birthday in your phone?
I don't have anybody's birthday in my phone. I don't know how to use the calendar app.
Yeah.
No, ask Mrs. I am the worst planner of all time.
The guy who called me weird. I care about him that much that I have his birthday written down in my phone, so I will never forget. But I'm the weird one,
Just because you like cereal without milk.
I'm weird.
I am making a lot of excuses. I'm tired today, Bryce. I'm exhausted. wish I was still in bed. I ran the gauntlet yesterday in Indianapolis. I am tired, dude. That could be what it is. Maybe I'm just lashing out because I'm a sleepy guy today.
Yeah, well, I'll remember that. Okay. I'll also remember on April 26th to wish you a happy birthday because it's written down on my phone. So,
what if you didn't? What if that was your move?
Well, maybe I might not now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, I would because I'm a good friend, and I don't call you.
Are you saying I'm a bad friend?
Just saying, you don't know when my birthday is.
I don't. When is it? It's in a month in the year. You're a fall birthday? No? Okay. See, this is just bad. This is bad for everybody. I don't know anybody's birthday. Can I find it somewhere if I started to look it up?
Possibly.
Look it up.
I was not gonna lie, I was a little choked up. PLUGGO lost the tag titles because they were on such a run.
Yeah.
A little disappointed that they don't have them anymore.
Yeah, that was an interesting move. That was kind of what William Taylor's like whole big beat, like Zoe, told us we should do this. Blah, 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 blah.
Homie hoppers.
I am a great friend. Thank you. I'm just not good with stuff.
Okay.
I'm just not good with this. I'm not good. I will do anything for you. I'm just the worst planner, the worst knower of things. Like, we have a calendar on our fridge, right? And Mrs. PLUGGO every week says, write down what you're doing this week on the calendar so I know when you're going to be in that basement. And every week I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I do it, she gets really excited. She's like, you wrote something down? And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah, thanks, Fernando, for coming to my break. Fernando, do you raw dog cereal?
Did you catch any of that Maple Leaf Pro show last night?
I did not. I didn't catch anything outside of the Black Label Pro show that I went to because, like, I was at Squared Circle Expo. I was there till probably 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to drive home. So like I said, that's why I need next time to just plan on just being there. And literally I could have just did the podcast from a hotel room and just made that work. But
maybe if the state of the U.S. gets better in the next year, I will join you down there.
But yeah, so I did see it was the Maple. Yeah, you can come down.
No,
you can absolutely come down. Okay. Why not? We'll make it a thing. Come down next year. Apparently, I had a lot of people asking me if I was coming back today, and today's a bigger day than yesterday. Yesterday was like a half day. But today's like a full-blown from like 10 to midnight. There's just stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a show tonight, too. Eddie Kingston's on it. But, yeah, you should come down. But I was going to say the Maple Leaf Pro show, I did see that was like an ROH Maple Leaf Pro crossover thing. Also, TNA had a show. I didn't even know about that last night as well. They signed Ricky Sosa.
They did. I like that sign. I like Ricky Sosa. A lot of hype behind him. The dude has a fantastic entrance, can go in the ring, and like, I think that's something that sometimes might get overlooked is like something like an entrance. But like in this day and age where like things are so clippable and you can get a moment, just like something like that.
Oh yeah, you need it.
You never know what's gonna hit, but like, you could have an entrance with a catchy song, and that is what's gonna like gather the attention. That's what's gonna get the eyes, not necessarily like a high flashy move or whatever. Like you just got to find what's gonna connect. Ricky Sosa's got it.
Oh yeah, like you need both, right? Like you need to be able to back up your catchy, but that's what hooks you.
Yeah,
like that's where the pop starts. And when Chris Bay announced that he was signed, the crowd where they did the music, it was like deafening loud for TNA. I was like, Jesus, they were really into it. So I'm super psyched for him. I know it's another guy potentially doing less indie dates, but hey, good for him.
Yeah, hey, if he's gonna get paid, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, get paid, right? Get paid and eat as much cereal as you'd like.
That Maple Leaf Pro show last night, I mean, they did have a big announcement saying that they're going to actually be on TV up here in Canada. They're going to be broadcast on TSN starting in like September, I think.
Lucky you.
So that's big. Like,
Those cards always look great. And then if you're going to add in the Ring of Honor factor to it and add AEW getting behind them a little bit, like that could be a good thing.
Like, like you see something like this, and the company that needs to be most weary of this is a place like TNA.
Yeah. Well, they got the WWE back in right now, so
they do. But then you see what Maple Leaf Pro's got going on, where they're on a channel like TSN. They're on, they've got those relationships with AEW, with CMLL. I mean, they had like Kaito Kiyomiya on this last show, and he has his history in Noah and New Japan and stuff. So it's like you kind of like what they're doing with this, and they easily could jump into that third spot for when it comes to like major promotions in North America.
Well, listen, TNA, for all of their positives that are coming around now, they did let Scott D'Amore go, and he's a great mind in the business. He knows what he's doing, and and he's got a promotion behind him. So watch out. Watch out.
So there is another Maple Leaf Pro show tonight. So I figured we
they do back to back
about that, and then
they're going back to back.
Yeah. I got the graphics here, so we'll chit chat a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about that one of the shows coming up for WrestleMania weekend. Remind me afterwards to talk to you about another upcoming show that we should go over some stuff about. But Josh Alexander, he was the Maple Leaf Pro Canadian champion. He's going to be out with injury for what seems like quite a while.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, so they are actually going to be crowning an interim Canadian champion tonight. And in that match, you've got Jonathan Gresham, Michael Oku, Stu Grayson, Rich Swann, I think it's Rohan Raja, and Jay Lethal. And the thing is, Steve Macklin was supposed to be in this matchup, and he got concussed last night at TNA. So I think Rich Swann is taking his place.
Yeah, I saw that spot, and everybody's commending that ref for stepping in and getting that taken care of, so nothing further happened to Macklin. So hopefully he gets better soon.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
That's still a banger right there. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I mean, I know we're missing a couple of guys, but dang, like I'm all in on that.
Rich Swann had a solid match with Ricochet last night. Like, it had some solid PWG vibes where both those guys like crushed it 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So it was nice to see. I gotta sit down and watch the full matchup.
Yeah, must see TV.
It really is. So, you got that. You've also got the LPW show for the 47. LPW 47 is April 24th. I see.
Yeah, it was in the corner. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I already said that.
Yeah,
we already talked about it, and then you were like, "I'm your best friend in the world. I know everything about you. Why do you suck, Pluggo?" That's what you said.
Well, I mean, I did know when your birthday is, so. Giselle Shaw, the Maple Leaf Pro Canadian Women's Champion, challenging Deonna Purrazzo. Now, Deonna's ROH Pure Championship is not on the line, but she does have the opportunity here.
To double up.
Yeah, but I mean, Giselle Shaw is the real deal. She's been a day one with Maple Leaf Pro. I mean, she is someone that I was surprised TNA didn't do more to keep her.
Yeah, me
she's
too.
Really, really showing out for Maple Leaf Pro with the opportunity she's gotten.
She had a really good run in TNA, as an honorary quintessential diva. Like, I'm always a huge fan of Giselle Shaw. Former LPW wrestler up here. Deonna as well. So
yeah,
both of them. I'd like to see this ROH Women's Pure Championship defended a little bit more. And I know Deonna would like to as well, but I bet you she'd be super psyched to have double gold. But I don't think she's beat Giselle. I don't think it's happening. I ain't picking against her.
When was the last time she defended that title? I thought it was recent.
I know that there was she had made some comments about wanting to defend it more. So I'm sure she has, but I think she would like to. Deonna's that type of wrestler that wants to wrestle.
Yes.
She's not just like, yeah, I'm cool with getting that check. She's like always wanting to wrestle, and they just haven't really this was supposed to be something that they like springboarded her into doing more. So hopefully this is maybe she'll be double champ tonight. She could just do more and be a Maple Leaf Pro all the time. Who knows?
Well, she defeated Giselle last night for the pure title. Before that, she has had a few defenses of it since winning the title in December. I mean, she only had 3 title defenses.
It's almost April.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So hopefully, it keeps picking up. But she has been wrestling.
Yeah, she has been wrestling.
Yeah,
I know she
just
just
not defending the title as much as she'd like.
But I think she was hoping when they debuted that would be a focal point of ROH.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe that's where I meant to go with that. Again, I'm very tired.
That's okay. You don't have to defend yourself. You're okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You've got Taylor Rising and Chris Chambers versus Big Al, Alice Crowley, and Evil Uno.
Ooh. Big Al, I'm glad to see that she had, I don't know why she was not at Black Label Pro last night. So maybe this is why. Maybe this was, she got this opportunity. I know that they had announced for her early, but
I thought she was at that Global War show. Yeah, she wrestled Red Velvet for the ROH Women's Championship.
Yeah, so maybe maybe that's why they swapped her. Mickey Knuckles ended up having to wrestle Nate Webb instead.
Oh.
The guy that came back, I don't remember his name, but he goes, Mickey Knuckles, the only wrestler that's just like an entire episode of Cops. And I was like, what a way to describe your style.
That is fantastic.
I was like, I think I'm just now the biggest Mickey Knuckles fan, dude.
That's fair.
She's like an entire episode of Cops.
Like, there are wrestlers that you just hear about them. You hear like their gimmick, their persona, and you're like, I am very much into this.
I'm into this.
Like,
I'm into, yeah. She was one. I was like, that's a way to describe yourself.
Like Stone Cold Steve Harvey, very much into that. Like, perfect gimmick right there. Okay. It's a guy who's got the mustache and dresses like Steve Harvey and Stone Cold Steve Austin in one. It's perfect. Love it. That's the kind of shit I like.
Yeah.
This
is a good man. I like Evil Uno. I like Big Al. She's great. Taylor Rising's fantastic as well. I don't know much about Chris Chambers, but this is why we do this.
Evil Uno is just out in Alberta this week too. The Mystery Wrestling in Edmonton.
Yeah, Mystery Wrestling 23. That happened already?
Yeah, Taka Michinoku was there. Ended up replacing MJF.
I thought I just saw Mars was on there too.
He wrestled Cecil Nix.
Oh, I gotta check that out. When did that happen? I thought that was coming up.
Oh, that was Thursday.
This past Thursday?
That was past Thursday.
They counter-programmed me then.
Yeah, I watched you guys. I did my rounds, and then I watched a little bit of the Mystery Wrestling.
I don't know why I thought it was like next week, because I know AEW is coming up to Edmonton and doing the Canada run, so I didn't know if Evil Uno was just kind of, making that part of the travels. But hey, cool. I'll have to check that out. I know those are up on Twitch usually.
Yes.
So I'll definitely have to check that out. Our boy Mars, the specialist, baby.
Yeah, I was chatting with Mars the other day.
You were chatting with Mars the other day?
Yeah, we're messaging.
Oh, let me pick up that name you just dropped.
Well, what the fuck. Do we want to talk about you before the show started?
You asked me.
This guy.
You asked me how the Squared Circle X
invited me to start streaming with him.
That is not true. That I didn't even say that. Nobody invited me to start streaming.
He did. PLUGGO was like, "I'm leaving you. I'm going to go start streaming elsewhere."
Yes,
Fuck you.
Me and Taka Michinoku, baby.
Yeah, you and Taka are going to start. I'd watch the shit out of that.
He was there. He was killing. He was killing it, man. Yeah, no, I never said that. I would never leave you.
You might.
No, I haven't yet. No, we're not leaving. I didn't make any sort of connection where it's like I got to get rid of BLAIR.
Not yet, eh? That's next year.
The only thing I did say is I should have went today, and I could have just did this podcast in my hotel room, but I chose to just test the waters.
What he said was, I should have gone today. Screw this show. It would have been more fun being at Squared Circle Expo.
I never said that either.
So,
wow.
We also have Masco Dorada and Bhupinder Gujar versus Jay Christ and the man with the longest name in wrestling, Michael Allen Richard Clark.
That's such a long name.
It is. I like that you have such a contrast in styles in this matchup. I'm here for this. I like that. I like this kind of this. This has a good vibe, you know.
Jake Christ was just down in South Bend wrestling at the show I was at a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, making his rounds. So that's be a fun. Michael Allen Richard Clark, former LPW, alum. I guess you would call them alums if they haven't been back.
Yeah, I'd say alum.
Okay, and then if they come back, they get moved from the alumni section to the roster, and then they get immediately. God, can we move the nasty boys to the alumni section yet?
Oh, it's only a matter of time before they jump over to that section anyways, the way they hop around.
Homie hoppers.
Next time one of them tries to jump on the show, I'm just going to ban them from the feed.
They're not going to like the interview that I have coming up at 5:30 here on this very channel with Shasta McKenzie, because we talked LPW and I called them little cronies.
Oh.
So, because Shasta mentioned some LPW talent that she'd like to wrestle with. You'll have to tune in to find out who.
Wow. He's going to start calling you Scoops over there. Scoops to Malou.
That's a Scoops to my Lou. That if I was going to have Scoops names, that would it be. Skips to my Lou, Scoops to my Lou.
Scoops to my Lou.
I don't drop scoops. The only scoop I dropped yesterday was the internet went after SRS for spoiling SmackDown.
How did he spoil SmackDown?
Exactly. He was sitting at that Black Label Pro show ordering food.
What was the issue that
somebody was like, you guys announced that Sammy was winning the title, and then I was like, SRS was sitting there and he goes, what did I do? I'm sitting here, I'm at a convention, and I go, I don't know. And I just went, can confirm SRS is. So that's the only scoop I've ever dropped. Maybe I have a future in the business. I don't know.
I believe that you. I think you do.
All right.
Like, I just don't. People
get weird about the weirdest stuff.
Yeah, like they just got to chill out a little bit. You know,
it's not that serious.
It really isn't. But you ruined SmackDown. Just watch it.
Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, SRS is out here spoiling WWE, but not AEW," and it's like, I don't think he did any of it.
I don't get it,
but you know, I don't understand the internet. They're crazy, but
they really are. It's
How much is this show? This is if you buy the bundle, it's like $39.
Okay, I'll tell you because
yeah, I think it's if you buy both shows, it's like $39. It's not bad. I think you get both shows for that price too. So, because I know it's not included with Triller, as much as I would love it to be.
Yeah. So the 2-pack of both shows is $40.
Yeah, that's not too bad for 2 shows of this caliber. Sure.
So, if you wanted just so it's cheaper. If you would have bought yesterday, it would have been $50, but you get both for $40. Excuse me. Seeing if you can just do singularly. If you want to just buy this show, $25.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Or if you're Canadian, you'll get it on TSN. Start soon.
No, not this show. It'll be
not this one. I meant
going to be
in the future.
Taping.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, I think it's called like Mayhem or something like that. Not to be confused with the WCW Mayhem.
What a poll.
Not bad, eh?
What a poll. What a game. Yeah, that was a game.
It was also the name of a pay-per-view. Like they did one in Toronto.
Yeah. So reminds me of the video game entrances where they would talk shit when you would scroll through them.
The video game entrances.
Like when you would choose your character in the video game home screen of the WCW games, and it would actually be like, "Hey, yo, pick me if you want."
Oh yeah, they'd have the little like video clip.
Yeah. Just keep scrolling. You're not worth my time. Like those were so cool.
All right, Stevie Ray. I guess I'll go pick someone else.
Right? You're just like, all right, we weren't picking you anyway, bud.
Guess I'm picking General Erection instead. Ooh.
They should bring that back. Not
The
General
game or General Erection.
Well, the game that style, but
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you want General Erection back, you can have it. But I'm just, if you're having problems with your General Erection, Blue Chew, non-sponsored post, shout out, I should say.
That's the content for the hub.
That is the content for the hub.
We also have the long-standing tag team of Kato Kiyomiya and Bishop Dyer. They could not coexist after one match.
One match, they couldn't do it.
So we saw the fallout last night. They're going to be going one-on-one tonight at Uprising. It's a grudge match.
There you go. After one match, my guy was like, I'm done with you, bud.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Shout out to Bishop Dwyer. He's the man.
Yeah. Is it Dyer or Dwyer?
I think it's Dyer. I think I said Dwyer just because you said it, and then I
thought I said Dyer.
I thought you said Dwyer, but I could be wrong. I'm here. I can't hear. I don't know.
Okay.
Dyer. I think it's Bishop Dyer.
Bishop Dyer.
I call him Tom.
Yeah, you guys are tight like that.
Yeah,
we're just another name you can pick up. Ooh. Ooh. We'll call him Tom.
Let's just call him Tom.
All right, bro.
I think it's very animosity filled today.
Because you said I was weird.
Oh, I don't hang out with normal people. My name's Pluggo, for fuck's sake.
You're leader of the Pluggalos.
Right. Like, what about me is normal?
You know that there's only one thing you can do to make this up to me.
What is it?
We show up for an episode wearing Juggalo face paint.
Oh, that's never going to happen, buddy. You're going to have to come up with something else.
There's tidbits.
Tidbits! Tidbits! Tidbits, Blair's tidbits, BLAIR. Beep boop bop. Tidbits.
I tried.
Boop bop tidbit. Yeah, we're not doing the face paint. I'll do anything else. I got like, listen, if that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. But it's not for me.
That's okay. I'm not a juggalo, but like I'd rock the face paint with you. I'll put butts in the seat.
Butts in the seat. We only have one seat for multiple butts.
Well, maybe they're sitting on laps.
They're just how many butts?
I was gonna say something, but then it's venturing on like
the
For Exposure After Dark content.
For Exposure After Dark tonight after SNL with Boris. Tune in for Exposure After Dark.
It's Fexy time with 3 X's.
Oh my god, that's what it should be. Fexy time after dark.
Yep.
Tell me you're not excited for this, dude.
This match, April 4th.
Yeah.
This is next Saturday. I am hyped for this.
Yeah.
You got badass fucking Megan Bain versus SDL.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. You did it wrong.
Why?
You did it wrong. It's badass Megan Bain versus badass SDL.
Sorry. Okay, I'll try that again.
They're both badasses. Put some respect on
badass Megan Bain versus fucking badass Steph DeLander.
Put some respect on her name, fam.
And these two are going to fucking show out, and it's going to be a banger, and I can't wait for these two to lock up. I'm hyped for that.
It's going to be a banger alert.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh. All seriousness, I saw this match announced, and I was like, that is definitely going to rule.
Like you have so many great matches announced already for April with Collective Weekend, Shooting Star Fest, and then GCW is like, whoa. Before you get all this, we're going to fucking kick things off with an absolute bang, and I can't wait. Let's see everyone else try to step up and keep up to these two in the ring. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a great match. I'm a big Steph DeLander fan. I'm happy to see that she's making her return to the indie scene. I hope she's 100% healthy. I'm rooting for her. I know she said TNA had no plans for her to wrestle. And she said nah, I'm good. And her and Mance got out of their contracts, and I'm glad to see her doing her thing. And why not mix it up with Megan Bain early on in this return? Why not? Let's make it happen. She was out at Chile yesterday wrestling somewhere.
Oh,
she's crushing, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we got that. I don't think I showed this one last week, but C4 April 17th for the Women's C4 Championship, Alexa Nicole versus Drea Mitchell. Drea Mitchell, one of the people that like we talk about people to watch for. Drea Mitchell is that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah,
big things are going to come Drea Mitchell's way. She keeps crushing it, doing incredible work on the indies. Go out, check her out on YouTube. Fantastic wrestler.
Yes, 100% agree.
We have at Expect the Unexpected, April 12th, Caitlin Marie versus MJ Santana versus Harleen Lopez versus Johnny Robbie.
Boom. That's another good one. Lots of good stuff happening. Like you said, April's going to be wild.
Defy has a show April 10th. So that's coming up soon. Where it's you're going to see, you know, some of the most popular from Defy taking on some of the best from Dragon's Gate. And here you're going to see Sovereign versus KZY, Ben K, and Ho Ho Loon.
Yeah, there you go. We love some Sovereign around these parts.
More collective match announcements. We've got Darian Bankston defending the Action World Championship against Timothy Thatcher. That's going to be at the Action Wrestling. We gambled away the graphics budget.
Yep, and Darian Bankston, current Quizplex champion as well. He won it this past Tuesday.
Do you like that question I provided? Like, that was a solid question.
Oh my God, did you? First of all, Zach asked the question, and he said it was from you, and he said it's from BLAIR, Grainmaker Wrestling Pod. He goes, what was Perry Saturn's mop's last name? And I jumped on the screen from the producer's chair, and I go, there's no way that's a real fucking question. And Zach said, at 100%, and it caused this controversial stir amongst the contestants of like, that can't be real. So Zach and I started kind of Googling it. He found it, and it's real. But you caused quite a stir with your what's the Moppy's last name.
Look, I would not put my reputation on the line for something false.
Fair. Like I mean, I was just like, I never even in a million years thought that Mop had a last name.
Because how I had discovered it, I was listening to the Deadlock Pro podcast. They were reviewing an episode of Monday Night Raw, and Saturn's mop had went missing, and he filed a missing persons report for the mop. And they're like, "Well, what's the person's name?" And he goes, "Moppy Q McMopperson." And I'm like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!"
He did. Yeah, no, we found it, but yeah, everybody was like, "No, it's just Moppy." So good for you, man. You caused quite a controversial controversy Pachico over here.
When I do, like, you know, make my presence known on Quizplex, it stirs things up, because I remember Pretty Ricky Wildly was he didn't like something I did.
Somebody made funny that being grain. They hoped your crops burnt down. I think that was Mansoor. Yeah,
because I donated to the Short Kings.
That's right. Which, yeah. What do you mean?
So, couple more announcements for the collective. We've got Brooke Havoc going one-on-one with Matt Mako. This is going to be at the Fundamania. Fundamania. Lucha Memes is putting this one on along with Surst Valley Wrestling. So, you know, hey, why not? Check it out. You're going to see some fantastic matches on this one.
Yeah, you know I love me some Matt Mako, and then Brooke Havoc's awesome as well. That'd be a good time.
And
say the title again, though.
Oh, Fundmania.
Fundmania. It's going to be awesome. We're not making fun of your name. We're just trying to pronounce it.
And also announced for Bloodsport 15, Shayna Baszler versus Natty Neidhart.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. That's a PLUGGO match for sure.
That's a PLUGGO
Bloodsport Natty and Shayna Baszler. Shayna, I just saw she was roaming the Squared Circle Expo halls today.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun person to talk to because for a while there she would do these another freaking Monday, another freaking stew videos from catering, and she'd make a stew. So for like a 4-week stretch, I did them, but they were like another freaking Monday, another freaking stew, and it would be like a blue stew where it was like rice and Gatorade and like Sour Patch Kids. So, and she commented on it. And she was like, "That's a lot of carbs, man." And I was like, "Yep, yes, it is." So I'd wonder if I could get her to ever make a stew with me.
You just tell her it's bulk season.
Yeah, we're bulk. I've been a bulk season for the last like decade.
My cut is going to be ridiculous,
dude. Just wait. I'm gonna show up in like 6 weeks. And you're like, damn. You on steroids, brother?
Now I know we're a few weeks out, but there is so much to preview for WrestleMania weekend. We're going to take the opportunity to talk about one of the cards today because they've got the full show announced. So why not? You know. So I know you're excited for this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta get in there. Yeah, because you got the Busta in the brain, dude. You got Gangrel.
We'll go from top to bottom. We'll go from top to bottom. Or do you want to go from bottom to top? You know what? We'll give the bottom some love and go from bottom to top.
That Lincoln Park or whatever they said, from the tops to the bottoms.
So you've got Kid Legend, Don Freeze, Billy Gold, and Live Danger that are going to be there. I don't know if they're going to be part of a match together or how that's going to work. Or maybe they're part of the Skywalker Scramble that's right above with Lucky 13, Declan Grant, Tarzan Duran, Angel Metro, and Mickey Knuckles. Your buddy Mickey Knuckles.
Yeah, our wrestling's favorite aunt, Mickey Knuckles, the walking episode of Cops.
A women's 4-way with Ruthie J versus Brittany Brooks versus Mia Friday versus Jasmine Allure. You've also got the one called Manders versus PCO.
Nice.
Those two are just going to beat the shit out of each other.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't even know how much of a wrestling match you're going to get there. It just might be a brawl.
I think it's just going to be punches.
Like, yeah. I don't see any drop kicks happening.
Yeah, you're not going to. It's not going to be a technical masterpiece.
And no shooting star presses from the top. But I'd be wild if PCO just hits a shooting star press, dude, on Manders. I'd fucking lose it.
Hell yeah. I'd be fully into that.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Dynamite versus Jack Evans. I don't know much about Pat Dynamite, but
me neither.
I feel like if you're getting matched up with Jack Evans, then you can hold your own in the ring with Jack Evans.
Yeah. I would imagine so. Definitely, or somebody that's definitely going to complement Jack Evans super well. So
yes,
either way you do it, I think you're looking good there.
You've got Angel Orsini, Kiera Hogan, Julie Cutler announced. A battle rap legend, Tay-Rock, is going to be there.
Never heard of him.
I haven't either.
B-Rabbit is the only battle rap legend.
I got a question for you because we're close to the same age, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. Did you ever watch like late 90s, early 2000s? Because I remember illegal satellite was a big thing. And you get the cheater card so you can watch DirecTV. That's how we did it up here. Watching a lot of MTV and Black Entertainment Rap City.
Oh yeah, like 106 and Park, Rap City, BET Uncut, BET Uncut, dude. You remember that?
I never watched that, but do you remember Freestyle Fridays on 106 and Park?
Yeah, or we had Yo MTV Raps for if you're a little younger. No, but BET Uncut, right? Was this? It would come on at like 2:00 in the morning, and it was just like uncut, raunchy rap videos.
That's awesome.
Pretty wild. Like Nelly's Tip Drill, very famously, was on that show, and oof, I'm surprised that made TV, but it was 2:00 in the morning. But yeah, no, I used to. I like hip hop.
because I was thinking of Freestyle Fridays because I remember like we were always amped up to watch it. Me and my buddy Pat, him and his brother, we'd be sitting around. We'd spend just the afternoon watching all the shows on there because why not, you know? And it would get to Freestyle Friday, and I remember there was one guy on there. He did the 7 weeks or whatever. Nobody defeated him, so he got put in the Hall of Fame or whatever. He was his name was Jin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever remember him, but he was also in the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. He had a very small cameo as a mechanic. Got signed to Rough Riders. Like his freestyles were incredible. The disses he dropped, amazing.
I think freestyle rappers are the coolest. I will say that because I wish I could do that. I ain't that good.
Me too. I'd fail miserably at a rap battle.
I would be like, hey, yo, hot, cot, bot, dot.
I did see a TikTok the other day of how like beatboxers, like when the beat drops, will like just say the most like ridiculous thing or whatever, and so he's like, and then he's like, I'm lactose intolerant, and I was like, yep. So
there you go.
You will see Vandal 48 versus Black Market in a 6-man tag.
All right, that's going to be violent.
Yes. Simon Gotch will be there.
Oh, Simon Gotch.
Mercedes Martinez versus Priscilla Kelly versus Lacey Lane.
That's a good one. This would be a really good match.
Yeah.
Priscilla Kelly, she's at the expo this weekend too. She was hanging out with Zachary Wentz.
Did you get a chance to say hello?
I did not. She had a pretty sizable line. I tried my best in those to be like, I don't want to take up too much of your time and take money away from you just for me to be nerding out. So like I try to pick my spots if there's like a lull in the line or something. She had a pretty sizable line most of the day.
I mean, good for her. She's
fantastic.
Who crushed it since being released and like really like, you know, getting back into her own on the indies, really doing her thing. And that's what you like to see. So
oh, 100%. Yeah, and she's every time she has a match, it's a good one. I think she really did benefit from, like, you could see, how do I want to say this? Like, you had Priscilla Kelly pre WWE run, then the Gigi Jolins. I think she really like took all of that she learned there, incorporated it into what she does on the indies, and I think it's become a whole new thing where she really can shine and like anchor any card that she's on, and you could have her match and then fill out the rest and it would be a great card. That's how good she's been. So
I'm excited for that one. And I mean, I haven't seen too much of Lacey Lane since her release. Like we saw the few appearances in AEW. So I'm excited for her to get out there more and hopefully, you know, just to get more reps and get more Lacey Lane out there.
Yes. I agree with that as well. Mercedes Martinez, I think she's winding it down a little bit. So this year. So I was gonna say this is part of the early Mercedes Martinez retirement run. So if you're looking to get to see one of the greats, go, because running out of time. Is that Gangrel?
That is Gangrel, and he's gonna be facing off against Matt Tremont.
Yeah, he is. Lots of blood there.
There's something to be said about a match between like somebody who's got like that veteran respect where like, you know, like he gets announced for a show and you're like, fuck yeah, Gangrel's that guy, you know? So like to get a match where, you know, you don't see it every day, this is one of those matches. So
yeah, I went to a Black Label Pro show a few years ago and he was on a couple years ago, he was on the card and I was just like, that dude still got it.
Yeah.
That dude still got it.
I know we've got a guest who's waiting for
I don't know if I told you about this guy.
You did. You mentioned it. So I'm going to remove this. We'll finish up after. We'll add him to the show. Because joining us right now, the man who is going to be challenging T.Y. Jackson at LPW 47, Barack Ranny. Barack, how are you, my dude?
Not bad, guys. How are you guys?
Welcome back, bud.
Been a while.
I know. What happened to your finger?
She broke.
Oh. So you and I were chit-chatting, through the DM system, trying to figure out a time for you to come on here. And what better time than you? I know that you're a little sour that you lost the tag titles, but I guess a silver lining is you now have an opportunity to bring home LPW Grand Championship gold to the mix. So how are we feeling with this? Like, well, I lost the one thing that I built up, and now I do have this other opportunity.
Well, the title shot I had no matter what, whether we were champions or not. I earned that on my own last month at the Thursday show, where I beat Stephen Crow in that match, Star and Jax. So that earned me my shot, whether it was Stephen or TY. I was out there watching. Losing the titles, it sucks. But you got to give credit where credit's due. That was a hell of a plan by Zoe. I know White Shirt or Nate didn't think of that. I didn't even know.
Thank you.
I didn't even know they could challenge for any other title besides the grand title, so I wasn't even expecting it.
Thank you. The White Shirt is on Twitter running around taking credit for this thing.
Yeah, come on, that kid can't string up two thoughts on his own, man. No, that's definitely a Zoe idea, but it's smart nonetheless. Because like you have champions who you've lost to twice, so what other way are you going to get an advantage than sneaking in after they have had a match, got jumped again, Yeah. So credit to Zoe, but they'll get what's coming back. We just got to take a little hiatus from those guys for now.
I mean, you guys had quite the run there, because when we did the preview show last week, I said that they should rename the tag team titles the LPW Paralira Championships, because you guys were just destroying everyone. Like
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, you can ask. I've been supporting you guys.
I know you always have. It took a PLUGGO a while, but
it did. You and I had to have a little heart-to-heart one day. We bonded over some things, and I've been picking you too. I picked you guys. The only thing I was worried about was your hair, but that was the only thing I
didn't want to lose this.
I think, like I did say, I think the match, like realistically, it should be like a 30-second squash match where you guys just destroy them. But hey, it happens, Like they came up lucky last weekend. It is what it is.
It did. When people cash in, like you look at WWE or any other cash in system, it's usually boom, boom, in and out, steal the win. It took them 4 to 5 minutes to still beat us after our match and getting jumped. So just imagine if it was a fair 2-on-2.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, you are challenging for the Grand Championship, and I think you, along with most of the LPW locker room, were pretty relieved to see T.Y. Jackson get his moment and get that thing off of Stephen Crow. And T.Y. has been a popular figure in LPW. You're one of the more popular figures in LPW. Are you just excited to have two of the best going at it for the Grand Championship? Are you trying to end this monumental moment for T.Y. right away? Like, how do you go through it, process this, and go, hey, I love TY, I'm glad to see that we finally got rid of the Stephen Crow era and we're moving on? Or is it just business as usual for you?
Majority is just business at the end of the day. What else are we wrestling for than besides to become the grand champion in LPW? Yes, I've been busy in the tag team for the majority of my time. Believe it or not, in the 4 years is going to be my first one-on-one opportunity at the grand title. TY's had multiple.
Mm-hmm.
And this, what was it, a week or two ago here, he finally got his opportunity. I was watching on the second row there, trying to I knew my match was coming, so I'm gauging, seeing if it's Steven or TY. I didn't care. So it was great to see TY get his feel-good moment. I like him, like you said, outside of wrestling, inside of wrestling. I think he's a great wrestler, a great person. Still doesn't change the fact that I'm willing to be the guy to beat him in his first title defense and still shake his hand after the match. There's no hard feelings. It's just when you have the grand title, you have to understand everyone's coming for you.
Is there any concern? Because I mean, like you said, everybody's coming for, the grand championship. And it seems like we've seen the past few months where like the title picture has been very convoluted, where everyone wants a piece of it. We saw the trios match a few weeks ago so they could pick the stipulation. Everyone's getting involved. And then you see like Stephen Crow and MRB. I think they're still fighting coming out of last week. So like, is there any concern about the outside factors heading into this match?
Normally, yes. Leading into this match, no. Okay. Here's why. Like I said, Steven and Michael are having their own issues. It doesn't involve this title right now. Short Kings and the Mad Lads, they better leave me alone. They can go fight for those titles. It's my opportunity. Sheik's not going to come out there. I already talked to him. This is going to be one-on-one. TY doesn't have to worry about me bringing anybody out there. I think all those little scurrying pieces around this have their own little things to do. I wasn't involved in any of that stuff, so there's no reason for anyone to get involved with me. Hopefully Rich King keeps his nose out. He is the only one you got to kind of think about in the back of your mind, both for me and TY. But you never know. As far as I'm concerned, this should be a solid just one-on-one match.
Can I follow up real quick? You don't have to if you don't want to, but could you what is that locker room like with this new Rich King walking around, just seeming to sticking his nose into everybody's business? It's not the same Rich King that we've seen, and you mentioned he's a wild card and he's got beef with TY. He's said he wants that grand championship. That's the only thing he's focused on. What's that locker room like with that?
I don't really have a problem when I'm walking there. I don't see Rich King. No, he's usually in his own little corner with that, keeping away from everybody. They're steaming their own things. He doesn't talk to anybody. You think, who's going to talk to him? Yeah, Dean. Him and Dean are just in their own little corner. That knows, keep them away from everybody, and we're doing our own thing.
Okay. Because I'd hate to see him bust up what is an awesome opportunity for you and T.Y. Jackson to showcase what you both do best here at LPW 47, man.
I just, for TY's sake, even if it means me losing, I just hope he doesn't fall victim to that first title defense. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want to see, and I would feel guilty if I beat a lesser version of TY. I want to see the best. I want to see that same version that worked his way to this title shot. He busted his ass. And the last thing I want to see is a comfy version of TY thinking he finally did it. He can take it easy and take his foot off the pedal.
As a decorated champion as yourself, what is harder in your opinion, winning the first one or defending the first one?
Definitely that first defense, because just whenever you achieve a goal, there's a little bit of you that steps back. You take that moment to enjoy it. And, hopefully it doesn't take longer than what is needed, because we proved it. We were a week off from being a year-long reign of tag team champions, and that was our second time. Mm-hmm. So just anybody that knows how to win and defend, it's me. I think this is TY's first official championship, if I'm wrong, or he had to scramble.
Scramble for a minute, yep.
This is going to be one-on-one. I'm looking forward to this, and like I said, I hope it's the best version of TY.
Now, I mean, you mentioned this being your first one-on-one shot at the Grand Championship. Does your preparation change heading into this match, knowing what's at stake, knowing that, like, hey, this is TY's first defense, this is my first opportunity at a one-on-one match for this title. A victory over him is going to propel me to that upper echelon that I'm going to be the face of LPW. Does your preparation change for any of this?
100%. I feel like I'm more locked in and focused than I've ever been. Like I said to you guys, I know that this is my first opportunity at this title in 4 years. Mm-hmm. So if I lose this chance, how long is it going to take me to get another one? Like, that's how I'm going with this mindset. I've waited way too long to get a shot at this. I know it took TY forever, but I'm hungry. I feel like this is my time. I don't know when I'll get another chance.
Man, when we do our preview show, it's going to be tough sledding, because I don't know.
No hard feelings. You can pick who you want.
What's fun is I write those previews, right? And I always go, nobody reads these things. You always make sure to call me out on my bullshit in those previews.
We gotta have fun. We gotta poke fun at each other. But in this one, you take your gut. Whatever your gut tells you, who you think's gonna win, The only thing I can say is I'm also thinking that I'm not looking past TY by any means, and I'm not looking past the 3 opponents Sheik has to face. But how amazing of a main event is Team Paralira facing each other for the Grand Championship?
I mean, yeah. What better way for LPW 48 to be headlined than Paralira 1-on-1 for that LPW Grand Championship?
That's a juicy main event.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wonder what they're going to call LPW 48. LPW First 48? Because that would be a murderous main event.
They surprise us, though. But ding.
I mean, hey, if it's going to be Paralira in the main event 1-on-1, you might as well just call it LPW 48 Jack Juicy Certified Beauties and get on with it, because
I guess it's in our hands to pick the name then.
Yeah, I think so. I think
on both of us.
Yeah, if you guys both win, you guys get to pick the name of the event. That's how it's going to go.
Let's make that a reality.
Let Spencer know that's the new stipulation. If we both win, we pick.
I like it a lot. Yes. Is she cool with you winning that Grand Championship? And then you guys, like you said, I know that you two are always businesses. It's like, hey, this is just how we do it. This is part of the game. No love lost. If you were to win it, then Sheik were to get the opportunity to face you.
100%. We're like the closest tag team and friends in LPW history. We're the only team that hasn't had any issues, any problems, any backstabbing, even any remotely close moments to thinking about, blaming the other person. We lose as a team. We win as a team. So we know that these chances are, far and few sometimes for us to get individual opportunities like this. He understands that when I did get that match, I earned this win and this opportunity. So he's happy for me. And then him being happy for me ended up paying it back to him. He gets the opportunity to earn the same title shot like I'm getting.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. It sounds like you're jacked, juicy, and ready to roll here.
Always ready, man. And even if I end up losing, talk about getting handed the 2 toughest title defenses right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. You'd have
he's going to win that match. Rich is in that match. If he's going to get involved in our match later on, come on. He's going to be sore. He's going to be barely walking when Sheik handles him. Who else is in there? Mars. Who's the 4th in that match?
I haven't seen that match.
It's Larry. It's Larry Woods, another guy who. Those 2 are out. They're gonna go fighting each other. Call some police officers, security, get them out of here.
Yeah, sure. You don't need no restraining orders in your wrestling. You handle your own business. That's
gonna be on site.
We're both locked in, so that's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm excited for the match. I wish you nothing but the most successes. I apologize, TY. I'll say the same thing to you, but it's going to be a tough one when I'm sitting there to watch. But hopefully, you both go out there and just have a hell of a match. I'm very excited for it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hopefully, next time we're talking, I'll have that Grand Championship with me.
Listen, you win that thing, it's set in stone. The 4 exposure immediately after, we'll just make that the thing.
It'll be the championship celebration.
Win Friday, Saturday morning. Talk to you guys.
Yeah,
done deal.
Exactly. While you're hungover from your celebration, and you're just
we'll discuss names for the next show.
Well, yeah, we will. We'll lock it in that Saturday, April 25th. That would be when it is. April 25th. Barack Ranny, the LPW Grand Champion, is going to come on and name LPW 48.
Perfect. I like the sound of that.
Awesome, Brad. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks for having me, guys.
Good luck, man.
You're the man. Have a good day.
So I'm hyped for that.
I gotta say, I enjoy talking to Barack when we're not yelling at each other. I enjoy that. It's nice that we're friends again.
Yeah, I got my Jack Juicy Certified Beauty shirt.
The only thing him and I beef about now is basketball because we have different teams, but that's okay. I can live with that.
So, we're gonna wrap things up now because we've already gone over.
We are.
But, we wanted to.
We went into overtime for a good reason.
Exactly.
That's a good reason.
So, for me, you can find me up on all social media at Graymaker Wrestling Podcast, up on all podcast streaming platforms. Go over to the Graymaker Wrestling Podcast YouTube page. You can watch all the interviews I do up on YouTube as well. Dropped one with Mia Sweets a few days ago, and then hours ago dropped one with Cherry Blossom, who is a standout of the Pacific Northwest, Lionsgate Dojo trained. Definitely something to watch out for. So I'm here every weekend with this beauty of an individual doing this show. So my buddy, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at PLUGGO on all social media platforms. You search PLUGGO, my face will pop up. I'm right there. All of my content from Squared Circle Expo should be out this weekend. In 20 minutes up on this very channel, the Shots and McKenzie interview I did last night will go live. We talked a little bit about LPW. We talked a little bit about baseball. Somebody crashed the stream, so you want to check that out as well. And then Thursday nights, 8 p.m. with JPJ for Between Two Beards. And then I contribute over on the Main Event Wrestling Network as well. Plus, all of my writings are up on LPWCA right now. Thanks, Barack Ranny, for hanging out.
Yeah.
Top by the challenger to T.Y. Jackson's newly won grand champion. That match is going to be awesome.
Yeah, good luck in a few weeks. It'll be a lot of fun. So, okay, we're going to peace out, but we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel on this bad boy.
Yes, sir.
Love Wrestling YouTube page. Hit that like and subscribe button. Have
Yes,
a great
sir.
rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week. Peace in the streets.